The PKI industry is going through renaissance, and we're leading the wave.
Amit Sinha is the CEO of DigiCert, sitting down with us here for a one-on-one conversation at RSAC here in San Francisco. Very grateful for a few minutes of your time, Amit.
JD, it's a pleasure to be back at NYSE.
So let's start with your recent fiscal momentum announcement. What stood out to you? What should viewers know if they're otherwise a bit unfamiliar?
We closed the most successful fiscal year in DigiCert history on Jan 31st this year. 102% of projected plans. We're on track to be $1 billion in annual recurring revenue with a very attractive growth plus profitability greater than 60% profile. So very remarkable, really proud of the team. And, the PKI industry is going through renaissance, and, we're leading the wave.
Absolutely. Such a big topic of conversation here at RSAC this year. Of course, you can't go very far without talking about artificial intelligence. I wonder how you've seen the general AI and cybersecurity spaces evolve even over just the last few years, and what has that meant for the team at DigiCert?
DigiCert is the global leader in digital trust. When you talk about AI, our customers are asking us about three things, and I'll break that down. The first one is content trust. Like, how do I know that this video from NYSE is legit? Has it been edited? So what's the content provenance there? If I get a accident image at Geico, right? Do I know that it's been doctored for an insurance fraud claim, right? So how do I trust content? We know how to trust documents. We know how to trust software. With AI, how do I trust content? That's one area. The second area for AI is, everyone is a software company. I go to Hugging Face, there's 1.5 million AI models. I put one of them in my CI/CD pipeline. How do I know this is trusted? It doesn't have a backdoor. So our customers are asking us for trustworthy software supply chains with AI. And the third area, which is a hot topic in RSA this year, is agentic AI trust, right? Pretty soon I'll have half a dozen agents working for me, one to be on Zoom, one to approve expense reports. How do I authorize those agents? How do I have a kill switch? If I don't like what they are doing, can I revoke it, right? And these are all patterns that we have solved in the industry with machine identity, with software identities, and it's time to bring this paradigm to AI agents.
How do you think that DigiCert is able to stay one step ahead of AI-fueled threats in the landscape?
In the world of AI, the bad actors have AI tools. You can only combat AI with AI, right? So we use a lot of AI within our own software to do better validation, to enable smarter automation so you can react faster. That's the only way. You can't have humans in the loop. So a huge theme for our customers as we talk about PKI modernization is automation is no longer an option, right? You need a platform that can manage millions of machine identities. Industry standards are changing where now you have to rotate some of these things every 47 days instead of once a year. So think about 1 million identities that need to be managed and rotated very frequently, every 6 weeks. You need a modern system that can automate all that for you. And that's what DigiCert One does. And we're really, really good at that.
Amit, I think the general idea of quantum processing once upon a time seemed like this far off, fantastical idea, but the reality is something we are talking about so heavily here at the conference in San Francisco this week. What do you view as being the most important components of the general quantum conversation?
All the CEOs of hyperscalers, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, they've all announced their faster, better quantum chips. It's great because it's the next evolution of computing. It'll solve climate modeling, maybe even predict the stock market for you. But it comes with a big side effect. And the side effect is it completely destroys all the digital trust infrastructure that we have today. All the authentication, encryption, privacy, all of that is based on math problems that quantum computers can break trivially. And so that's the challenge. And what has happened is, as a result of this, NIST and other standards bodies working with DigiCert, we've announced quantum safe cryptography. These are based on new classes of math problems that even quantum computers cannot crack. And those standards are available. DigiCert One supports all of those standards, and we're working with customers as they modernize their digital trust fabric to go through this, what I would call once in a 30-year upgrade cycle. I mean, this touches everything, software, all machines, hyperscalers, everything is based on these math problems that quantum computers will basically, make it trivially crackable. And so you need to upgrade.
Amit, what most excites you about the near-term future of the general cybersecurity landscape, and how do you feel that DigiCert is uniquely positioned to meet that moment?
In the near term, machine identities are exploding. We routinely talk to customers who have millions of machine identities. Now, couple that with AI agents. We've solved the human identity problem. We need to make sure machine identities are manageable. Those identities are backed by algorithms that quantum computers crack. So these are sustained tailwinds that DigiCert has to kind of grow our business and enable customers with a modern PKI and DNS platform that gives them automation, that gives them crypto agility. And this is something that you're going to see a lot of sustained momentum for the next 5 to 10 years.
Amit Sinha is the CEO at DigiCert. Very grateful for you sitting down with us here in San Francisco. It's great to have you. Congratulations on all the success.
Thank you, JD. Really enjoyed our conversation.